What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Catacombs. So, you saw the thumbnail. We're talking about Miss Milan again. I did a video about her a few months back, and the thumbnail was she hates black men. You know, I know hate's a strong word, but I don't think that woman likes black men at all. Like, at all. You know, every last one of her videos in the last couple of weeks that I've been, going back and forth to see if she would change the tune or whatnot. I like to be proven wrong, but she's not proving me wrong at all. I do believe this woman has a true disdain for black men. Like, it's just nothing that black men can do that is, actually, there was one thing that a black man could do. He can walk up on stage and smack another black man because the other black man made fun of that black man's black wife. So that apparently to Miss Milan, the only thing a black man can do, right, is to go up and physically deal with somebody that happened to disrespect a black woman or whatnot. So we have to physically put ourselves out there for physical destruction, financial destruction, spiritual destruction, mental destruction, in order to be worthy of Miss Milan to give us any kind of any praise. That is insanity. That's the only thing that I've heard good come out of her mouth since I've made that video about her a few months ago. Wow. You see, that's my issue right there when you have black women that are like Miss Milan. They only see the bad in black men. They only see the bad. They cannot possibly see themselves or bring themselves to point out anything good at all. I'm at a loss. Now, again, like I said in the last video, maybe she has said some good things about black men in her videos in the past. I mean, she has a lot of videos, man, and I would spend like tens of hours trying to shift through a bunch of that stuff. So I can't really spend that kind of time. I got other things to do. But in the videos that I do catch, and I catch quite a few, I usually watch one or so a day if it happens to come into my feed. And I don't see her saying anything good. I want to be proven wrong. I don't want to have to make videos like this and talk about this thing, because this stuff it does get underneath my skin a little bit, man, because if you watch her channel, you would think that black men were the worst things on earth. Things. And I said that word deliberately. Like, for her, I don't think she sees us as I don't know if she sees us as human beings, man. Because it's just always a problem. And now I'm looking at her video now that she streamed a couple days ago. Well, she streamed not a couple days ago. Actually, at the recording of this video, this was last night. She was saying that the high value man, a high value black man tells black women to marry white men. Now, looking at this guy, actually, let's play a few minutes of this real quick so you guys can understand. And I'll just react to it. Here we go.
This is Ralph Richard Banks. He is a professor at,
if you didn't catch that, Ralph Richard Banks,
for law school, and he's been teaching there since 1998. They said his scholarship focuses on race, inequality, and the law. Okay, so one thing that I know,
this guy looks exactly like the type of guy that most black women would not go after. If black women went after these types of guys, I guarantee you the community would be a lot better. The problem is our media, which black people are extremely susceptible to. It tells black people that this is the type of lifestyle you should strive for, and all of that. It doesn't tell us at all to be engineers, IT specialists, lawyers. It doesn't tell us to be any other positions in justice, political. It just doesn't do that. Okay, every show that we have on right now that's popular has to deal with some type of criminality or corruption. If you look at shows involving Asian people, or movies of Asian people or white people is a mixed bag. They can get gangster shows, and then you have a lot of shows where you see them doing well. So they're a little bit different. But any other group is just not like that, man. For us, everything that we see of ourselves in the media, just about everything, is negative. Okay? And if it's not negative, it's a comedy, and it's just to make you laugh. But nothing, no serious dramas that don't involve any type of tragedies or murder or criminal stuff like drug dealing and stuff like that. We don't have any show. The only show I can think of right now is maybe the Cosby Show, and actually the Bernie Mac show. That was a cool show. But other than and Chris Rock too, that talked about some serious issues, some real issues. Even though they came from a comedic, it came from the comedic side of things. But it talked about how his dad was, holding down the family, working the job and stuff like that, and him coming up as a kid with, the Chris Rock show. So, there's some shows, but the vast majority are negative. Let's continue.
For is that he has been very vocal about interracial relationships, particularly for Black women. I would very much so encourage you guys to get the book, Is Marriage for White People? And in this book, he dives into the topic of interracial marriage, why Black women are so skeptical, what the landscape of the community is looking like with Black women who are in a marriage deficit where they are not able to have high quality marriageable Black men. He gives
What exactly is high quality marriageable Black men? Because every time that I hear that line, and when it's a Black woman that says it, it's always involves material and financial. Now, granted, let's keep it real. Nobody wants to be struggling, wondering if they're going to be able to pay the rent, the light bill, and things like that. I entirely agree with any Black woman that doesn't want to get with a dude who's making $25,000 a year. You can't do, especially in this country, depending on where you live at. And a lot of us live in the South, near the coastal areas on the East Coast, and in the Midwest, in the cities. You need money, man. I made a video about that. Black men, you need to step it up as far as getting, the average salary in a lot of these cities that we reside in. Not the average, but for us, you need to. It's like 35 to 45,000. Nah, man, you cannot do that. You have to be making 55 and up at least. That has to be the minimum for us to be striving to. We have to have that at least, because at least we can hold down what we need to hold down. And if we want to date a little bit, we can date a little bit. But I would say if you really want to get into a serious relationship, you need to be making over 60, because women are a bill. Women are a bill. Okay. TK Kirkland said it best. Women are a bill. So if you're gonna date a woman, you need to be making some money. All right. But our women, every time you hear them calling in a Kevin Samuels show, oh, he needs to make over 100K. Why? It's very difficult to make $100,000 a year. It's very difficult. Okay. All right. A woman makes if a woman makes $7,000 to $80,000 and the man comes in, he's making 65. Why is that a problem? What's 7 times 6? What's 7 plus 6? What's 70,000 plus 60,000? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That you're over 130K, 140K at that point. That in that one household, y'all can make some decisions, But let's continue.
a variety of different reasons why, but he speaks about how interracial marriages could actually benefit Black women in the long run and really the collective of the Black community.
I'm not sure how. How does that work? How? If you don't have Black families that are wholly Black, you're no longer a Black community. I don't see that. Most people are going to say, well, if they have kids, those kids come out Black. Oh, maybe. Yeah, they come out Black, but yeah, are they? I don't know. I don't know about that one.
When this book originally came out, he had a lot of backlash, and particularly because he's married to a Black woman himself. So a lot of people, I believe this is his wife, they're confused as like, how are you a Black man encouraging Black women to marry interracially when you have a Black wife?
Again, Black women do not typically choose this type of Black man. That's why I'm surprised too, because this Black man right here, honestly, at first glance, I'd be like, oh, okay, he's probably married to a white woman. Because our women do not go after guys like this. Look him up, man.
Black family. Recently, he has revisited the topic and he made an article about it. And he has titled the article, Why More Black Women Should Consider Marrying White Men. So his thumbnail of his article, the cover photo, is Ketanji Brown Jackson and her husband, Patrick Jackson. They have been married 25 years, and I believe he is a doctor. I think he's a neurosurgeon. Y'all Correct me if I'm wrong. But here's the article here. He says two of the most powerful positions in the United States government will soon be held for the first time by Black women. Kamala Harris, biracial, but
Okay, Paris. I'm glad you pointed that out with Kamala Harris. Thank you very much. Biracial.
and Ketanji Brown Jackson. Harris, as we all know, is the vice president of the United States, and Brown Jackson could soon become a Supreme Court justice. But Harris and Brown Jackson also share a personal attribute that is equally noteworthy. Each has a white husband. Dun, dun, dun. Like, y'all be so mad about that.
I'm not.
Twice as likely as Black men.
Oh, I'm not mad at all. I understand it. There's some other guys that might be mad. I'm not mad at all that you step out like that. The problem that I have is when black men are doing the same things as those white men, our women do not find those men attractive. They don't. Cut the shit. They do not. Y'all do not want stable, functional black men. You say you do. You know you do not. The baddest women in our community do not go after those guys. If they did, I guarantee you, all the other black boys will follow suit. Oh, wow, she's going with him. The doctor, she's going with him. The lawyer, she's going with him. The accountant, she's going with him. The IT guy, she's going with him. The electrical engineer, what? The plumber that makes $95K a year, she's went with him. Oh nah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Most of our women go after the drug dealers, scammers, and y'all know it. Stop playing, man.
He goes on to say a bit more than a decade ago, I published a book, Is Marriage for White People, that examined the decline in marriage across American society and especially among African Americans, and focused in particular on the predicament of Black women. The book raises the possibility that Black women like Harris and Brown Jackson would do well to open themselves to partnering with men who are not Black. After all, Black men.
You see how she said that? She emphasized men who are not Black. I'm telling you, this woman really does not like black men.
To have no problem marrying out. Yep, it's true. That same pure.
Why do black men marry out? And which ones marry out? Come on, man. Which black men marry out? They marry out because our black women do not want them. And the guys that y'all keep pointing out, like the rappers and stuff like that, they do that because that's a novelty. Yeah, they start messing with women, white women that have butts. They start messing with Latinas and stuff like that. I get it. You know what I'm saying? All their life they've been around black women. It's a novelty. But we're talking about black men who are high value or black men who are successful, not financially and academically, and have chosen different career paths other than being a rapper or just an entertainer or athlete. You know, those guys tend to not to get a lot of attention from our women.
Report revealed they are twice as likely as Black women to have a non-Black spouse. That is true. And for those of you who don't believe it, let me open this in a new tab. Black men are twice as likely as Black women to intermarry. So there's a proof there.
Yeah, that's true. It's the truth. But Paris, can we get to the why of it? You never do. You just say it. Black men don't care about black women. I don't believe that's true at all. There's numbers on that once you show that the marriage rate between black men is a lot higher than people are believing. But yeah, let's keep going.
And this was from 2014 to 2015. The book generated considerable controversy and exposed fissures within Black America, while younger people appeared more open to interracial relationships.
Sign of the times. But you know what? I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm gonna link her video so y'all can go ahead and check it out. I'm giving this woman views, but y'all can check it out and see what her ideas are and look at the videos that she's posted over the last couple of weeks and months, and you can see that I'm right. This woman does not like black men, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, and hopefully I can be proven wrong. Hopefully she can make something that paints black men in a good light, because there's black men out there doing some great things, and this woman just doesn't seem to see that. But until the next one, y'all be easy.